It has long been speculated that multiple sclerosis is caused by a combination of many different things. That's why following my 5 essential elements of MS recovery is so important. Each element achieves something different. Here is an example I found that combines 2 of them to achieve something that individually they might achieve by themselves, but together they do it so much better. Hey, it's Steve. The first element is ultraviolet B light. Even though it is commonly achieved through sunlight exposure, I don't bother with it. And I don't try to figure out the best way to get it from the sun. Things like time of day, time of year, cloud cover, ground reflectivity, air pollutants, even altitude, all have an effect on it. So I get my ultraviolet B light indoors using my reminder UVB lamp. With this timer, it provides a consistent source that I can just count on. Here is where the combination I talked about earlier comes into play. UVB light can trigger specific beneficial changes in the gut microbiome. Multiple sclerosis is on the rise in Western society due largely to changes in modern lifestyle and environment. Living inside accompanies low sunlight exposure. Obviously, that very well might be what the driver of the associated with the changes in the composition of the gut microbiome, which are in turn associated to chronic inflammation. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I don't have very much love for vitamin D. Not that I don't think it's essential for the body, I just think it is kind of overblown as a supplement to help suppress multiple sclerosis. Ultraviolet B light is the natural way that's ideal how the body would like to make its own vitamin D. Vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin which strengthens the intestinal mucosal cells that provide a barrier for the entry of bacteria and other microbes from the gut into the blood, and ultimately works its way up to our central nervous system. But even with our MS genes, the way it strengthens barrier function is through enhancing the expression of genes that increase the production of tight adjacent epithelial cells in the intestinal mucosal lining and provides autophagy. Here's where OMAD comes in, to remove non-functional cell components. Ever since 2004, when I was diagnosed up until 2012, I took vitamin D supplements. But tell me if you're like me. I never felt them, and I even had a few relapses in that time. It seems scary to stop when everyone keeps telling me to keep taking them, even though they're saying take them blindly. But The great thing is, in 2018, I changed everything. I bought my UVB lamp and then switched to eating just one meal a day. The combination of the two opened my eyes. I want to convince you to start to use a UVB lamp. There are 3 arguments naysayers of UVB light like to use. First, supplements. Vitamin D in supplements are easier and safe. But I'll argue they are not better. Not at all. Supplements contain the elemental form of vitamin D, true, but it's not the same as vitamin D from UVB light. Supplements don't provide the immunosuppression we need. That suppression is caused when Langerhans cells in the skin are damaged by UVB light. Second, diet. Maybe they don't tell you, but there aren't many natural sources of food that contain vitamin D. The little vitamin D found in them is poorly absorbed by the gut. One meal a day is vital for fighting inflammation, but it's poor at absorbing vitamin D, don't get me wrong. Third, just going outside. Really? Going outside is that the answer? No. I've already talked about that. Factors which increase the changes of vitamin D deficiency include living far away from the equator and staying indoors. Just as a little obvious fact, seasonal vitamin D deficiency is exacerbated because of the lack of vitamin D during the winter, which correlates with seasonal MS relapse rates. Do you see the correlation? Limited exposure to UVB is a primary factor in promoting chronic inflammatory conditions like multiple sclerosis. Thus, UVB has other effects that on health besides the production of vitamin D. So vitamin D levels, UVB exposure, and the gut microbiome are independently related to an increased risk of autoimmune inflammatory conditions. That's a lot, but I think it's due to the effect of UVB on the immune system. As more immune cells travel to the central nervous system and the gut, they release chemicals which shape the profile of the gut bacterial population in a manner that favors gut and systemic health. I think this points to there's a novel approach to the skin/gut axis where we can enhance both the gut and control our multiple sclerosis. First, I didn't see how my diet and UVB lamp were connected, but I think this might explain it. What do you think? Are you practicing both the OMAD diet as well as using a UVB lamp? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a video. Until the next one.